Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I filmed this look yesterday, but the lighting wasn't great, and one of my beautiful subscribers just said, why don't you consider shutting the windows, just close the shutters, sorry, so and then you can just use the light you have, because the lighting coming from the outside is just too much. So it was creating a cast. So I thought I'd do that, and I've just moved the camera closer. So I've gone in back again with my Dior 5N, and I've reached for my Westman Atelier concealer in the shade T2. The Dior was, yeah, I've told you the shade of the Dior. So this is T2 Westman Atelier. And I also reached for my Dior concealer, just, at the perimeters, in the shade 4.5N. So we're going to go straight into this powder, and I'm going to be trying it. I'm going to compare this and this. So I'll use this one side, I'll use this one side, but then I will now go and, try to make sure I create an even balance. And I think this works for people who didn't see this powder in action. This is the Galant powder, and this is the deepest shade. I gave my thoughts yesterday, but because I'm trying to refilm the video, I would just say that it's a lovely powder. It's nice. It blurs. It's heavily scented, as I did mention yesterday. But the difference, why I can't use this because I used it yesterday. It's steady. The reason probably try this. The reason why I wouldn't recommend it if it's only because of the fact that it's heavily scented, and it's not so deep, as I expected it to be. But let's see. Today I'm filming it with this room light. Maybe you can get a better, I think you get a better, if you want to say, a better view of it. You get to see what it's like. See that? So it's not, the shade is not bad, but it's, if you come in person, it's not very warm. But the light also washed it out yesterday, and I think today the light is helping, is you can actually see what it's really doing. But it's a lovely powder. It's a lovely powder. I just didn't, I was saying I'm not going to pay 70 something pounds for it. No. So I got it from my Origins, as I mentioned, and that was the cost was £55. Postage was £5, but I think if you're new, whatever, then you get free postage sometimes, I think. Okay, so that's the powder. I haven't used any powder there yet. I love it with the puff. It's nice. I've never really been a fan of using puffs, but I seem to be having more coverage with that. Anyway, so that's what it's looking like. That's what it looks like on the puff. I'll just go back again and just take more and try to put more there. So I'll see if I want to bake. Just let's see. That's a lot better. Okay, so let's leave that there.
2:30. Mommy.
You go wash that for mommy. Go wash the puff. Thank you. Yeah, wash it properly with soap. Thank you. Right. So that's what this powder is looking like. And again, once again, this is the shade. So yeah, I was right about saying it's not as deep, because if you want to compare it to the Chanel, the Chanel is deeper. If you remember what I showed you yesterday, the Chanel is deeper compared to this, But you've seen what it's doing, so you tell me if it blows. I'm going to use Huda Beauty Blondie on this other side. And I would not use a puff for this because I don't have a puff. One sec. So I'm going to use my teeth to open it. So let's use Blondie on this other side of my face. See, that's the thing with a brush. You're not going to get, you're going to have to do so much work to press it in, as opposed to okay. Anyway, so this is that's the Huda Beauty Blondie on the side, and this is Galant on this side. So I've shown you, but now I'm just trying to create a uniform stuff, trying to balance it out. I'm gonna just use all the powders because I have some left in here. I'm just trying to use everything. Just take it around. It's okay. I'll use a dark finishing powder at the end. How do you guys do this puff thing? I'm not very good with it. Like holding it. But I love the way it presses the powder in. Well, let's see. I mean, today I don't think I won't. I'd say I haven't really done. I've just taken it around, but you could see when I applied this the galon powder. You could see, so you could tell that it would do what it says. It's blurring, but I don't think it's that blurring. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, yeah. So that's that. Okay. So let's get into. Let's use that the Evil Eye palette of yesterday. Let's try to use that bronzer again. Because I'm running out of time now. I'm just okay. So let's use the Evil Eye palette yesterday. Again, some of you were thinking, is this not the Dragon palette? This is the Evil Eye palette. I'm just using. I got the casing of the dragon. I didn't want the evil eye, so that's why I got this. So in case anybody's confused and thinks this is the dragon, no way, not a chance. I would that would show up on my skin. So let's go into this because this doesn't even show up, to be honest. I just wanted to experiment. I got it for the blushes as you listened yesterday. So let's put the bronzer again up here. Like I said, I don't expect this to show up, and quite frankly it's not. You can see even with the better lighting, you know, where there's no cast, it's not. I got it for the blushes, as I mentioned yesterday, so it's not really doing anything, but I just wanted you to see, so at least you could be a good judge of that. But no hard feelings, as I say. So I'm gonna reach for my yeah, let's use the bronzer from the Lotus palette. Let's use the bronzer from here. Let's use the bronzer from here and see what is good. That was a nightmare trying to open this thing. Okay, I'm gonna stick to the same brush because you know it's going back there. So let's use this one. This is the bronzer from the Lotus on top of the bronzer from the Evil Eye. Let's see. Yeah, now you can see something showing up. No gimmicks, nothing. You can see that. So yeah. So if you've gotten the Evil Eye palette, the Lotus paired with that would make it show up on your skin. And if you're lighter than me in terms of, I mean, you know, you're not as deep as me, yeah, you would even have a much it would show up better on your skin, is what I'm trying to say. So you see that? Now we're talking. I'm sure this is a proof why Hourglass needs to do 2 more shades of their palette for deep skin tones. But I love the way both of the shades are complementing each other. I mean the undertone. And I'm gonna show you my hand. Let me do a swatch of this again. So this is Lotus, yeah. And let's swatch. Baby, have you washed it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you wanna take that?
Yeah.
So she thinks this powder has. All right, take that.
Yes, mommy.
Okay, can you take it to your room because mommy's busy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So let's swatch this bronzer from the what do you call it? The Evil Eye palette just by the side. Yeah. So now if I take this one again and put it on here, you see it gives you that. It's not bad. It gives. I think let's just do like this. See. Okay guys, so I've done my eyes off camera. I've used bronzer. The bronzer I used, I didn't want to just, because you know the evil eye look bronzer didn't show up yesterday, so I didn't want to bother. I just went in with this bronzer, and I reached for the bronzer of the Sculpting set, and that's what I use to bronze my skin. I have the lotus flower, yeah, that's it here, and that is the one from this palette, the Sculpting set palette. Let me show you guys again in case you're wondering. That's the Sculpting set, and I've used it. I only have like just very little of the bronzer remaining, and then the highlighter. So that's that. I just thought to save time, let me not focus on that. What I wanted to show you yesterday, that the lights, you know, didn't help me, was the blushes here. So let's stick to that. And you already saw that I mean, when I swatched it, that this wasn't going to work. But for the sake of those who haven't watched that video, I'm going to swatch this here. Now, there's no way this is going to work on my skin, so let's not play with that today. Right, so let's get into this blushes here. I'm thinking to use one side of this side on one cheek, and the other side I'm going to use the Lotus. Or if I like, I'll combine both. But let's just start with this first. Okay, let's just start with this first and get to, so that you see it properly before I go into the Lotus, because I want to merge both. So that's that shade. I'm using, this is Sonia G dyed goat hair. Okay, so the lighting is better today. I'm sure you should be able to see that. So that's that shade. I'm going to do this, use the same brush on this other side using the same shade. And the lighting is better today. Go with that. So you can see it here and there. It's that shade. I'm skipping with the same brush because I don't see a difference between both of them, as I showed you yesterday. This is just gonna, yeah, so this one, just what it does for me, it just makes it pounce a lot more. And it's just that. And finally, let's reach for the shade. You can notice I haven't bothered with that because I don't think that's going to do anything in my skin. Anyway, so see, that's what it's looking like now. I know that when I'm going to spray my face, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to use this one because I want to amplify. But I just wanted you to see that this is the blush from the, oh God, this thing, I always struggle. My nails never help me, do they? From the Evil Eye palette. These are the blushes that have been used, this tree. Okay, let's stretch here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see, but that's what it looks like. You know, so your my skin tone, this is what you're gonna get. Okay, that's what you're gonna get. Now that even helps me. Before I go, let me use the powder here. Let me pick this powder up. Let's use it underneath my eyes. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, I can use that powder underneath my eyes. And then, because I think this doesn't work, I'm going to use it as a powder. I'm going to use that bronzer as a powder. I'm going to do this and this. Okay, right, so let me spray my face and come back and apply the Lotus palette on top of it, and let's see. So I've gone in with this, what do you call it? This Morphe setting spray. I don't like the way it sprays out. It doesn't really spray out well. Okay, done better this time. So I've gone in with that. While that is sitting, let me quickly just do this. Let's quickly just swatch this blushes here. Hold on a sec. Let's just swatch that here. Okay, so let's swatch that there. My beautiful blush, that one. And let's do this one again here. And let's do this one here. Yeah, those are the 3 core blushes. So let me see how I'd like it. I think that's right. That might, I'm just playing around while that sets in. Let me see. So put that there. Put that there. And put this bad boy here. Okay. So that's what this is, the Evil Eye, and this is the Lotus palette. So you guys already told you what you've seen me use the Evil Eye. You can see as soon as I've sprayed my skin is just sinking in, and if you want to say maybe just fading away a little bit. So let's go into this. I'm just gonna do like this, the same brush, okay? Just doing like that, and I'm just gonna use it to help amplify that the more. Yeah, I think I like it better this way. Okay, so now for my highlighter, I'm gonna go into this one and this one, and that's not enough. I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna mix. I'm trying to mix something. I'm gonna go into this and this, and just play with them there. So back again, this and this. Tap into this and this. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into this and this. So that's what it's looking like. So yeah, for me, and you see I'm doing all of this because I have these two palettes and it's not going to waste. So that's why I'm doing that. So at least you can see firsthand in better lighting, you know, how they apply. So I'm just going to do my lips and I'll be right back, and that's the final look for me. Okay, so this is the final look. So at least there you have it. So you can see that the palette, sorry, I set the camera properly. So you can see that the palette to me is tailored to the medium, as I mentioned yesterday, and nothing has changed my thoughts, because the Lotus palette that I've used has just helped the blush show a lot better today. I don't want to apply too much, but I would have, you know, ommed the red one here, you know, on my cheek so that you see what it does. But you see me use it over time, but it doesn't take away my thoughts of saying that palette, the middle palette, works more for the, you know, not the top range of the medium to medium light. I say medium light. I don't think a lot, maybe medium deep. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But Hourglass doesn't do wrong because I love the powders, and yeah, that's why I get them every time. I get them for the powders and the blushes, but I prefer the blush of the Elephant palette. I felt like it had more pounds and, you know, compared to this one. And I also do prefer the blushes of the the Snake palette of last year as compared to the blush in the Evil Eye palette of this year, because I feel like it doesn't have that pounds. It has a pounds, but the warmth I'm looking for, I feel like I have more warmth with this. And even when I had the Evil Eye palette, because I remember buying it and I sold it after a while, but I did enjoy using it. But it's still nice. It's no harm. It's still nice. If you have it, you can always play around. And, you know, Hourglass, you love it, you love it. You don't like it, and that's it. But anyway, take care. Until next time, I'll feed more videos and then we'll just play around and have chit chats. All right, take care.